Hello to everyone. Right to asylum in the siege of security policies. The Golkhatun Kara case is a wake-up call for all political fighters in exile. The French government's decision to revoke the refugee status of Golkhatun Kara, a Kurdish women's rights activist who has lived in the country for more than 3 decades, is not just an individual case for an administrative decision. It is a worrying trend in which the right to asylum is further undermined under the pressure of security policies, immigration controls, and geopolitical considerations. The International Women's Solidarity Council strongly condemns the move when confidential security reports without transparency and the possibility of effective defense become the basis for deciding the fate of a political refugee. The fundamental principle of supporting victims of repression is questioned. Revoking the asylum status of a person whose risk of persecution and harassment has been raised and confirmed if they return to their country of origin has a dangerous message for all political campaigners, women's rights advocates, and social activists in exile. The Golkhatun Kara case is no exception. It's part of a broader trend that has intensified in recent years with the expansion of security policies, the growth of far-right movements, and the restriction of refugee rights in Europe, turning political refugees into security issues and subordinating their human rights to political and diplomatic considerations makes the right to asylum a fragile and abolitionable thing from a human guarantee. Women fighters are facing double oppression. On the one hand, they are targeted by repression, violence, and misogyny in their countries, and on the other hand, they face legal insecurity, psychological pressure, and the threat of deportation in exile. Attacking their security is attacking women's global struggle for freedom, equality, and human dignity. The International Women's Solidarity Council, while declaring full solidarity with Gul Khatun Kara, calls for the immediate lifting of the asylum withdrawal decision, ending the restrictions imposed on him and ensuring the safety of all political refugees. It also calls on women's organizations, human rights organizations, trade unions, progressive forces, and all freedom advocates to take a united and firm stance against the security of the right to asylum and the transformation of human destiny into tools of political and security transactions. Defending the Golkhatun Kara is not defending an individual. Defending the right to asylum as one of the achievements of the fight against tyranny and defending the security of all political fighters in exile. Silence in the face of the case paves the way for further aggression and puts the security of thousands of political refugees at greater risk. Countering the security of the right to asylum is a common responsibility for all freedom fighters, women's organizations, human rights organizations, and progressive movements. Only with international solidarity and organization can we stand up to this process and not allow the right to asylum to become a tool for political pressure and security transactions of governments. International Women's Solidarity Council. In this case, one more time, only with international solidarity and organization can we stand up to this process and not allow the right to asylum to become a tool for political pressure and security transactions on, of governments. International Women's Solidarity Council. Till the next video and text.